Good to see you.
Hello. How you doing? No, God though.
I was trying to, I was just about to come down here and see if y'all was down there here.
Okay, so for lunch.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, Paul? Splash. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Jackie here?
Yeah, she's got a back issue.
Where do you want to sit up?
Is it possible to sit in the front?
Absolutely.
Bet.
Absolutely.
Bet. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. What y'all been doing today?
We did a tour of the museum, and then there is a PowerPoint presentation about Filipino.
Has it been boring or it's been like cool?
Actually, it's been boring.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Yeah, I'm down for whatever you want to do. Sure. Yep.
I'm gonna go eat too. Y'all ate?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
I'm not eating yet, but we good. We good. Ugh.
And then let's ask. We were split up in groups, and in our groups, we had to do a youth project. And so we came up, like, we wanted to do something for the youth, and so we did future leadership. So it's like 6 sessions. We take them through, like, the public safety of the land, past, present, and the future, today, education. So it's just so they can get to know the land.
But they're from the
Yeah, they're from there. They go to school.
How do you find the kids?
So they was interviewing them. So the first kids like we had was from a youth group that I had, and it was like 10 of them, and they went through it, and then they redid the process to where they send the information, the applications to the schools. And so it's been like St. Pat's, but it could be more black kids in here. Just diversity. But it's like, that's how we do.
I wear them like every day.
He needs shots. We don't have any shots of the ones that he needs. He needs shots, like actual shots of them. We don't have any of. I think there might be those, but he doesn't have any actual shots.
I wore these in the visualizer we did with the green card. What song was that? The Saucy in the Window.
Yeah.
I don't remember what song it was.
I can't remember either.
I did it in that one. But yeah, we might have to do So since we was gonna do 50-50, I'll give 25 to Ethica and then 25 between whoever works it. Yeah, we can do that with each release. Just make sure you run it by Matt though, and he good with it.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna go tomorrow. Yeah, after church. And I'll be right soon. Everybody go to 9 hours.
Yeah, no, that worked. I'm gonna do 25 Ethica and then 25 whoever works on the lab. Easy. I'm gonna rework it and resend it to you. Yeah.
And it is in tune, and it does look good on the resumes. So, okay?
like this better. Y'all like this? She gonna be hoarse by the end of the day. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Feeling good? Y'all just ate? Y'all ain't got no itis and then y'all not tired, right? Okay, cause y'all gonna have to pick up that energy. We gotta pick up this energy. We got a special guest today. We got someone special with us today, y'all. He's so special. He is someone who represents the heart. You say yes? Represent the heart, the hustle, and the hope in Vallejo. He's not just a rapper. He's not just a rapper. He sings. He sings. He even writes pop. He writes books and he even sells stock.
Yeah.
I got everybody's garbage.
Y'all got her. She got your garbage. So, no, that's funny. So he is, man, he's a visionary. He's a leader. He's a movement. Man, he is the true example of what it looks like to bet on yourself, right? Just bet on yourself. So even just through his music, through his storytelling, through his independent hustle, he's been putting Vallejo back on the map. Vallejo is back on the map, y'all, because of him. That's what I truly believe. And he has shown the world that Vallejo isn't just a city. It's not just a city, it's a force. It is a force. And so he's here today. He's here today because of y'all. He believes in y'all. He believes in our next generation. So I need y'all to get ready to be inspired today. Y'all got y'all notebooks, y'all got y'all pens. See me dropping some gems. Y'all gonna be ready? Y'all gonna catch them? Y'all ain't got y'all ain't got some notebooks? How many of y'all need pens? I'm telling y'all don't wanna miss this. And really y'all, I need y'all to be sure to, some of y'all been quiet and stuff. It's the end of the day. You know, we about to wrap it up. So if y'all got questions and everything, I talk to some of y'all, ask y'all if y'all knew who this artist was. You say, oh yeah, he's my favorite artist. So hope y'all got some questions for him. So I need y'all to give me a loud, proud welcome for LaRussell.
That was good.
So, welcome to Future Leadership Vallejo. Yeah, let's get you this.
I'm here.
He is so funny, y'all. So again, if y'all have questions, y'all please chime in. I'm not gonna be up here sweating and stuff like that and none of that. And, I need y'all, okay? All right. So, the first question I want to ask you, man.
You got no cards.
I got no cards. This is serious. So, how has Vallejo influenced your music mindset and approach to leadership? Yes.
Musically, it influenced me because I came up on Dre and Fody and After Pharaoh and The Boy, and that's we had so many waves coming out Vallejo that it's hard for it to not hit you. In terms of leadership, like I grew up in North Vallejo, and all of Vallejo is kind of like independent from one another. Like I never got to go to another side of Vallejo until I got older. I didn't even know East Vallejo was a thing until I got to like high school. And I think through that it kind of forced you to grow your own independence because you in like your own little bubble of the world here.
What y'all think about that? Any questions? Y'all got any questions to follow up there? Y'all been to East Vallejo? Raise your hand. You've been to East Vallejo. Okay. Raise your hand if you've been to North Vallejo. Okay.
West Vallejo. South Vallejo. You don't know what part of Vallejo.
So we gotta get them out. Hey, we gotta get them out. We do. Y'all gotta get out. Go ahead. Oh, you here? You heard that? What are your struggles?
What were my struggles? Being broke. That's always one. Lack of resource. When I was coming up, still, not when I was coming up, but I didn't have like crew or like studios and establishments and places to go make content, and I had to create all of that myself and build it with my team. So there was no resource here. And then beyond that, just environment. Like, you know, growing up in the V, you got to learn how to navigate your environment completely because everybody not on the same time you on. So just being here, I wouldn't necessarily call it a struggle though. It's all just a journey. It's things that you get to learn how to navigate and build from.
That was good. He had to do what he had to do, right? Oh, go ahead, UCLA.
What was your biggest like motivations? Like what kept you going?
Early on, I didn't really have a core motivator. I just like music. Like I really was just caught up in life. I had a child when I was 17 and I went straight to work. And I was just kind of laser focused in on like, I just gotta work and provide. And I kind of got away from music, which was my passion, but I just didn't have like the time and energy to invest into it like I wanted to. And then when I finally got back around to doing music and it started moving, that became motivation for me because I started seeing results and start seeing, you know, my life like change a little bit. And then after that, getting some money, you know, get some paper motivates you a lot. Once you make $1 off something you love, you know, your mind start racing and you realize, oh, I can make 100. Oh, I can make 1,000. Oh, I can make 10,000. You know, it starts multiplying. And then from there, just like seeing the reaction of my community. Like when I go outside and I see people smile and they happy because I'm outside, it reminds me of like the ice cream truck. You feel me? Like everybody like the ice cream truck when you're a kid. You can't be mad at the ice cream truck. And just seeing that type of energy and reaction from people growing up where I'm from. You know, I've been walking these same streets since I was a little kid and I still walk them every morning, and to get that type of love from people who generally don't get that experience. When I was growing up, I never seen nobody famous. I didn't see nobody successful. I didn't see nobody on TV who would be in my neighborhood. So like to be able to give that experience to people, to do this, you know, to be able to get these kind of experiences, that's the motivation for me now.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I
The question's coming now. They got them.
They are. Man, when I heard about you some years ago, and I would always see him walking down the street, I would pull up on him like, I need to talk to you. I just felt like I was just harassing him.
Yep, she was.
Really, to have him as a neighbor, like, that's big. It's like, wow. And he really be outside. Like, normal, you know, a lot of people, you know, be shocked. We were at the Empress Theater and had brought a friend, and he approached her, like, to give her a hug, and she was looking like, it was funny. It was hilarious. Y'all got any questions? Anything come to mind? Yep.
How old were you when, like, you know what you were passionate about and, like, you wanted to do that?
I knew I was passionate about music early, really early, but I didn't like want to do it as a career because I didn't think it was a reality. Like I didn't think that was possible. I just enjoyed making music and songs. When I finally got to the point where I realized like I could actually do it and become successful, I was like, like 22, 23, when it was like, this could be a reality for me. So it came a little bit later, but I've been writing songs since I was like 7 years old.
Wow. 7. Y'all inspired? Any of y'all right in here? Raise your hand high.
Yeah, don't do it like this. If you right, you gotta claim it. If that's what you do, then put it up.
Come on.
You hear me?
Any of y'all trying to get in the studio?
That's the one thing I didn't understand early. I used to be inconfident in my craft, and it hindered me. Like I could have reached success earlier, but I was scared of my own ability. I wouldn't claim it. I didn't want people to know that I did what I did and I loved what I loved. So if you have a passion, embrace it early. If somebody asks like, you do this, don't be down here with it, because the people down here with it don't make it up there. The people up there is the people who are like, this is what I do and this is what I'm gonna do.
So any of y'all right in here?
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions?
Did you have any role models in your young life, and how did that shape you or like your career?
I had a lot of, I wouldn't say role models, but examples of what to do and what not to do on every spectrum. I had cousins who went to prison, and I had cousins who went and worked in refineries and did, so I've seen examples of like what and what not to do on every end. And I was always a kid that like, I always took what I needed when I needed it. If I see a trait in someone that I think was cool or made me feel good, I adapt those traits.
So, how can you encourage young people to invest in the lab? Instead of like, so say, how many of y'all seniors in here? So some of y'all may go off to college or, but how can you encourage them to just stay here and make some changes here instead of like leaving for other opportunities? Would you want to keep them here? Would you tell them to go?
I think you should go wherever your heart lies. And sometimes for some people that's not here. For me, it didn't used to be here. I had to stay here because I didn't have the ability. I didn't have great grades to go off to college somewhere. So I ended up here and building. And as I was building here, I realized how much I loved Vallejo and how much it meant to me and how much I wanted to be a success story from here so other people could see it and have that vision to know that, okay, you can stay home and build something impactful. I think we need all our superheroes at home, but that's selfish of me to be like, stay here and don't go nowhere else, because there's other parts of the world that may need you. But for me, it's vital for us to be able to build a presence in a new era of success. Like, people need to know that you could grow up in this city and go through everything we go through and experience all we experience and still be successful and still be present. Because we got a lot of successful people from the V, but y'all don't ever see them. So the fact that you can make it and still be present in your city and they show you love is just important if you want to condition the next wave to do so. There's going to be a day where it's going to be harder for us to not name people who made it from here, who's still here, like that's my goal, is everybody on my team is going to be hyper successful and people going to know who they are from the V. So for me, home is just really important, but depending on your cause and your heart and what you want to do, you got to go follow that. Sometimes you got to go somewhere else and get the game and then bring it back here to build with it.
That was good. Yes, sir.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Really, really grateful that you came. Really appreciate it. What's your definition of a leader or a great leader, or what are characteristics of a great leader?
I think a great leader has all the characteristics of a great worker and a great follower, but the trait of direction as well. Like, some people think they're leaders because they boss people around, and that's not a leader. It's a boss, but it's not a leader. A boss is gonna sit and watch you do all the work on the floor and tell you what to do, but a leader is gonna help you do the work. My team is filled with people that play roles that I've played previously. I don't ask anybody to do anything I haven't done myself or I won't do myself. And I think that's the trait of a great leader, is knowing when to follow. There's times in my career where I can't be in the front because I'm not the best fit for that job, and I know when to be a follower. But you know, if you're not a great leader, you won't know when to follow and when to step back and let somebody else take the lead.
You smile. Why you smile? Why? Tell me.
I just think it's really cool that, I'm like so patient. I'm so patient, but the fact that I'm able to be here and like hear things from a perspective, I think you're really humble, and I think you're a very down to earth person. Just from getting to know you from all the things you say.
Gratitude.
And that really makes me feel like good. I love that. Like that's just so cool that there's humans on this world that can be so down to earth.
I'm glad you're getting this experience and you from Benicia, cause like Benicia are cousins, just like American Canyon, but there's a separatism that's created growing up in Vallejo, cause we feel like, you know, people from Benicia and AC is better than us, cause like y'all have different resources and opportunity, but y'all really have the same struggle and go through the same thing and experience the same things, and when y'all able to come into Vallejo and we able to go there, it bridges a gap in the connection that helps like the future wave understand that we really all just one. This whole 707 area code is all just one.
Thank you. Can I have Oh.
What was the most toughest challenge for you to overcome, like throughout your whole life?
I'm gonna say self-sabotage. Throughout this journey, you could look at a lot of things that go wrong in your life or don't go as planned, and you are usually at the core of that issue. You know, you don't get to dictate what happens to you, but you do get to control how you respond to what happens to you. And I haven't always had this level of like calm and rationale, you know, and I've sabotaged a lot of like relationships and friendships and opportunities and a multitude of things, just like being stuck in my head, not being able to embrace or accept what life is giving me or where I am in my journey. You know, there's been times I've sabotaged things because I thought I was more deserving of something that I didn't work for, didn't earn. And it's a consistent struggle till this day. You know, me and my brother Splash, we go on walks every morning, and some mornings I'm like doubtful. Still, after all the success I've had, I'm still like, man, why is it not happening for me? You know, and I'm missing everything that's happening in front of me because I'm constantly in my head. And when you're doing that, you're like building a habit of like sabotaging everything that you have that's great. You know, every moment you miss to be grateful, you kind of sabotage all the work you've done to get this far. And that's something that you gotta learn through life, is like stay out of your own way. Generally, it's not somebody else that's gonna prevent you from succeeding or getting something. It's gonna be you, whether you're willing to do the actions that it takes to get the result you want or not, but it's usually you at the core of that. That was a good one. Please ask as many questions as y'all got while I'm here. It's free game.
So earlier you mentioned betting on yourself. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah. In 2019, I quit my job. I remember the day before, I was talking to my daughter's mom, and I'm like, man, I'm finna go in tomorrow and quit. Like, I'm done. And I'm finna go after it. Like, I'm gonna go after music. And I remember telling myself, I can only quit my job if I'm willing to work double the amount that I worked there for myself. And I was working 10, 12-hour days, so it's like I gotta work as much as I can to make this happen. And I remember quitting and just being in this state of like, what I'm gonna do next. And the universe kept bringing me opportunities. I got a call probably like 2-3 weeks after I quit from a guy in New York who was like, man, I want you to come to New York to do like some live stuff. And there was no money involved. He's like, you got to pay your way, but I'll give you the content from it. So I spent a bunch of money that, you know, this was my last money because I just quit, and I spent a bunch of money to get there and take my team, and I did that, and I came back home and just kind of kept building. And throughout that process, I had so many moments where I'm like, I gotta go back to work. I gotta get a job, you know, and I filled out applications and I had job interviews. I ended up getting accepted for a job, and I turned it down because that acceptance to me was just like, okay, I could always go get a job, but I can't always chase this dream. And I turned it down, and I was like, I'm gonna just try to turn up some more. I'm gonna build as much as I can. I used to sit in my mom's garage and I film 100 pieces of content. I bring in the guitars, I'm filming 100 sessions. I bring in a pianist, 100 sessions. My YouTube right now probably has
3,000 videos.
at least 3,200 videos. And this is work of me constantly releasing and pressing the line and applying pressure. And that was just me betting on me and just believing in I'm going to get the result that I believe I'm worthy of, but not just belief, like work. Like I go to work every day. Like I ain't got a job, but I go to work every day. There's people with jobs who I don't know work as much as me. You know, sometimes our day is 20 hours. We leave at 6 a.m. and I don't get back home until 8 or 9 p.m. You know, but it's like, I don't eat if I don't go hunt. And every day I bet on me to like provide for myself and my team and my family, and I know I gotta show up and do a certain amount of work, and I continue to do that, you know, because I don't have anyone writing me a check. I can't rely on that. And every time you do that, you're building a system within yourself that's like, you know, your belief grows, and it eventually gets to a point where like now, there's not too many things I don't believe I can do now. Like every idea I have, I bring to execution.
He has to execute the plan.
You hear me?
Go for it.
What's the highlight of your journey? Like, probably like the best part or something that's kept you going?
The highlight of my journey. I got a few. I met Snoop Dogg. That was one of my favorites because it's Snoop Dogg. You can't beat that. Another highlight. I was the Grand Marshal last year for the Mad Hatter Parade. I didn't even know what that was, you know, and I grew up in Vallejo, and it's like one of the biggest parades in California, and it's here in Vallejo. And I never went as a kid because I just didn't. That wasn't our thing. And to be Grand Marshal, I got to ride down the street in the car with my daughter beside me, and just being able to show her what's possible, because my daughter has witnessed me go from working a job and like chasing a dream and being sleeping on my mom's couch and recording songs to like, we're successful now. Like she can have what she desires, you know. So I think the highlight for me is just being home and showing the representation and showing people what's possible. Like everybody here got to witness me become who I am.
Any advice? Any advice you want to give the future leaders of the land?
They seem cool to me. They got the right questions. I wasn't even thinking about some of this when I was that age. So, I mean, the fact that y'all here and showing up and present and have these type of questions and soaking the game and getting the information, man, like I say, just remain human and tread on that path, and don't let nothing turn you into something that you're not. Because that's the easy thing we do in life. Like you're going to encounter a lot of people who live in misery, and they're miserable because they consistently choose to be something they aren't or to do something they don't love to do. So you have to keep that in mind as you navigate. And there's some things you have to do. You have to go to work, you have to provide, but you have to make sure you blend in things that you love to do. You feel me? And removing the aspect of have to do. We don't have to do anything, but we get to do everything. And when you have that perspective shift, it alters a lot. And you just got to kind of live in that space, stay malleable, and just remember, like, you're a human having a human experience. Life is gonna bring you a whole bunch of stuff. None of it is to be judged as positive or negative. It just is what it is, and you get to determine how you want to respond to it happening. Nothing is happening to you. It's all happening for you.
Let's give them a clap, y'all.
I'm gonna grab some books.
Okay, so he's gonna run and grab some books for y'all. But I mean, while y'all can right now, we can take a group photo.
Yeah, let's do it.
I could take it for y'all if you want to.
Come on, I need you ready to be extra.
You hear me?
Yeah, be extra.
3, 2, taking a few.
Basically, we just had to like very good like. Basically, we just had to like very like clean environments and safe spaces and like very good things.
Take one or whatever makes sense for you. I'm gonna sit this down.
Mom was wondering if I was able to get a free ticket. You probably know my mom, Fatima. Fatima, honey.
Yeah.
You know the little girl that's on your
That's hilarious.
right?
Okay, go on.
My mom was wondering if I could get free tickets to the concert fund.
I'm cracking up.
Right. No mama.
We just are friends.